Hi, my name is Marco Polo Franco, and then I will present my work which is titled The Aggressive Mexican Mojarra Dominates Invasive Cichlid Fishes. The dominance hierarchy is a social system based on aggressive and submissive behaviors performed by different animals. An animal can define the dominance hierarchy before a physical altercation occurs by using chemical, acoustic, and visual signals. For example, wolves raise their hackles, gorillas vocalize, and fish display their fins before fighting. If an opponent decides to retreat without fighting, then the individual that remains in the fight is dominant one. However, if neither participant retreats, the animals will fight until a dominance hierarchy is established. Dominant or subordinate status is assigned as a result of these fights. One group of animals characterized by dominance hierarchies is the cichlid fishes, and one of the resources they compete for is territory. This competition can be interspecific between a native and invasive species. The Mexican Mojarra Cyclasoma islanum is a cichlid native to the Balsas river basin in central Mexico. However, 4 invasive cichlids have been introduced into this river: tilapia, convict cichlid, spot-cheek cichlid, and green terror. These 5 cichlids compete constantly for territory in the wild. Therefore, in this work, we experimentally evaluated the consistency of aggressive behaviors and calculated an index of dominance among these 5 cichlid species. We also calculated the duration of the aggressive behavior of the Mexican mojarra toward each of invasive cichlids. The hypothesis of this work was that the native Mexican mojarra would invest less time and perform fewer aggressive behaviors during the establishment of the dominance hierarchy, and then therefore be the subordinate fish when confronted the invasive cichlids. To test this, we collected fish from the Balsas River and transported them to the laboratory. The fish were acclimatized in tanks separated by species. For the experimental period, the fish were moved to a tank that was divided into 5 sections, placing of one male of each species into each section. The fish were all similar in length, mass, and lateral area. Subsequently, the divisions in the tank were then removed, and the fish interacted to form the dominance hierarchy, using a video camera to record the aggressive and submissive behaviors by each of the 5 cichlids. The aggressive behaviors considered were bites, chases, rams, opercular flares, aggressive postures, and lateral displays. The submissive behaviors were fleeing, submissive postures, and displays. A dominance index was calculated using the behaviors with this formula. We did 15 replicates of the experiment using each individual fish only once. The dominant rank of the cichlids was replicated using the dominance index, with the rank of 1 assigned to the fish with the highest dominance index and the rank of 5 to the fish with the lowest dominance index in each test. The duration of the aggressive behavior of the Mexican mojarra was the time that the Mexican mojarra spent attacking each of the invasive cichlids. We used Kruskal-Wallis test with Nemenyi-Potts-Hawk test and Kendall's coefficients of correspondence for the statistical analysis. Contrary to our expectation, the Mexican mojarra was the dominant species, and the invasive cichlids were subordinate. In this graph, we can see the 15 experimental groupings and the value of the index of dominance of each of the cichlids. Aggression is one behavior that the fish use to obtain territories and exploit new habitats. However, Direct combat is not the only way to acquire territories. Invasive fish may use other strategies to establish themselves in new environments, such as exploitation, competition. Aggressive behaviors are costly in terms of energy, time, and risk of injury. Dominant fish gain the disputed resources, but even the winners pay costs in terms of metabolism and the immune system. The aggressiveness of the Mexican mojarra may be increased since the arrival of the invasive cíclids. In this graph, we can see the duration of aggressive behavior of the Mexican mojarra toward one of the invasive cíclids. The longest duration of aggressive behavior was toward the green terror, which had the highest dominant rank among the invasive cíclids. During the establishment of the hierarchy, the fish established priorities to attack their opponents. The time invested by the Mexican mojarra in attacking each of the invasive cíclids may be repercussions such as decrease in the time available for foraging or decreased likelihood for reproduction. The invasive fish in this study have the most abundant populations in the wild and are more likely to form groups to attack the Mexican mojarra. Thus, it is likely that the demographic success of these invasive cíclids is not due to aggressiveness, and can be attributed to their shorter life cycles and higher reproductive rates. In conclusion, the Mexican mojarra established dominance over the four invasive cíclids. More studies are needed in the Balsas basin to elucidate the stability of the Mexican mojarra population after the arrival of the non-native cíclids, specifically in the context of the increase in aggressive behaviors, energetic cost, and the implication this may have for their growth and reproduction. This study was supported by the CONACYT Frontier Science. We thank the CONACYT for a scholarship to the first author.